In today's reading, we're going to be looking at karma. So, this is technically a timeless reading, as all of my readings are. But because Saturn is moving across the critical point into the 0 degree area of the sign of Aries, which is the first zodiac sign, this is a major, major reset. And since Saturn is the Lord of Karma, I felt like we should sit down and do some karmic clearing together today by looking at what it is that you're karmically dealing with, what is moving out in this cycle, and what you're moving into. So we've got the three groups as usual. Group number 1 is the planets card with the black obsidian bracelet. Group number 2 is the signs card with the evil eye protection bracelet. And group number 3 is the houses card with the, I think this is shungite, no, hematite, whatever. And amethyst crystal there as well. If you feel called to more than one, there could be multiple different karmic cycles that you're working on clearing, which is more than likely possible, especially since we've got Neptune conjuncting, we've got an Aquarius solar eclipse at the time that I'm going to be filming this. So there's just a lot going on astrologically, and the karmic dumping that's going on at that planetary level is crucial right now. So definitely use your intuition, follow it where it guides you, and we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1. Let's take a look at what karma you're clearing out here. So you guys were drawn to the onyx bracelet, and this one is very protective. So I wear this one when I'm feeling like I need extra grounding, like I need extra protection. I wear it to receive energy that is clear and purified, and when I need some kind of like EMF or like the ability to scope out some negative energy. So you guys might be dealing with karma that has a lot of darkness to it or that has a lot of negative energy to it. But let's take a look at what planet you guys chose here. Uranus. I'm hearing shocking revelations, which is what Uranus does rule. So these are actually meant to be read in succession, but we're going to read them just individually. And so you guys got this Uranian energy, which is about invention, activation, awakening, disruptions, shocking revelations, as I first channeled there. And it says stirring up the situation by using, and then it would go on to say something else, but then be open to new ideas about, invent a way to, an unusual example, and I actually just heard an unusual experience, very unusual, a different way of looking at things and an unexpected change. Okay. I feel like you're better able to handle change now. Something about this karmic cycle for you really tested your ability to adapt. Ooh, yes. And it awakened you sometimes crucially, sometimes harshly, sometimes shockingly. I'm being shown the tarot card of the Tower. So it's like when lightning, and when I see lightning, I associate it with Uranus as well. Uranus. Can we be mature here for a second, Siobhan? Sorry. Uranus. But it's like shocking, unexpected upheavals in life. It's not always negative, but it does derail you sometimes, especially if you had one way of thinking about things or one way of moving towards something you wanted to create. I'm getting something about a change in your goals because of an awakening. And this disruption was necessary to set you on a different course because the path you were traveling on, and I'm hearing the word currently. Okay, so this may even be happening right now. The path you were traveling on and the path you're currently traveling on are different trajectories. So let's see if we can get some info and some insight. I'm going to start with the tarot, I think, today. And we'll just see what wants to happen here. On the split, we have the 6 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. This bodes very well for you. Something about success in your stability and rebuilding. Rebuilding. If you have career issues around this karma, it could manifest as you feeling destabilized in your career or feeling like you don't, like you're set on a particular path and then all of a sudden that's just thrown out the window. Maybe you like lose your job or you break something and you can't work or you, this is not prediction, by the way. These are just like random examples of things that could happen theoretically. Or you all of a sudden go through this shift or this like crisis or this existential experience that causes you to challenge what you've been what you've been doing or the way you've been doing it. So there's like massive changes happening here in this. And I'm hearing karmic release. Good, good, good. So you are releasing this, group number 1. Something about no need to rush, I just heard Spirit say as well. No need to rush. Even though Uranus is very strong, powerful, fast-moving energy, it's like blink of an eye type of stuff. They're saying no need to rush. And I'm hearing slow down, and they're showing me a snail in my mind's eye as this Fool card reversed comes out. Okay, so I almost wanted to like look at the cliff below his feet and find a snail there. There isn't one, but in my mind's eye, I'm being shown that there is. So this Fool reverse feels like take your time. Something about movement. It's like the change occurs very quickly, but the adaptation may occur slowly. And I'm being shown evolution. It's like the evolution of a species. All of a sudden it adapts, but it takes a long time for it to continue that process or to really see the physicality of that change take place. Interesting. Yeah, so you might need to start over with this karma being released. It feels like you maybe had a set course, like I have a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plan, and now all of a sudden that's thrown out the window and it's completely different. But I feel and I'm hearing that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a shakeup, but it's a good thing because it's getting you out of something that was simply not going to be beneficial for you in that long-term type of schedule. Actually, let's see this card too. Justice reversed, and I'm hearing clearing up karmic wounds. What are the karmic wounds here? Something about facing challenges. Karma is the Time Lord, and karma teaches us challenges through and across time. It's like experience. We have to go through these trials and tribulations over long periods of time to be able to grow up. And the Fool here in reverse may feel like he had some resistance growing up. So there could be an aspect of this karma here for you that it has been challenging to grow up in a certain area of your life or to take on more responsibility or to see yourself as someone who can handle a lot or who can, something about manifesting a building. And I'm being shown somebody being like an architect and manifesting the idea for this building and working on the blueprint, but never really following through or feeling capable of actually getting the contract and then commissioning people to work to build this building, to make it real, to make it physical, to make it tangible. And since the Tower card was being shown to me earlier, and now I'm being shown a building, which in my mind's eye is looking like a skyscraper, which is a tower, it almost feels like there's this fear karmically that if I build something, it's just going to be smote down by God. It's just going to be, the rug's going to be ripped out from under me. And I'm hearing something about telling people. Maybe you've told people about your ideas, but you didn't actually do them. Or maybe I don't know what else that would be, but I'm getting something about telling people. That's what Spirit said. So that's how I'm interpreting it. Like maybe you tell them, but then you don't start. Okay, let's keep going. I feel like I need more information. Okay, the High Priestess. I'm hearing tell it like it is. Okay, thank you for clarifying, Spirit. Tell it like it is. An aspect of this is maybe you were like kind of, this is what I'm hearing, pussyfooting around the truth, justice, the truth. And because Uranus is such an extreme sort of outer unseen realms type of planet, its energy is like that too. And so it does need more grounding. I wear this because I'm channeling a lot of high level energy too. And so this bracelet, I'm hearing the word necklace, this bracelet does help to anchor me. So it feels like maybe you have had difficulty feeling stable or anchored. And this could stem from childhood. This could have been a karmic pattern that happened in childhood. Okay, so I feel like you have a very unique way of doing things, or you have a unique way of expressing yourself, even maybe your style, because I'm being shown like the physical body and how you express yourself or how you show up in the world. It's very different, and I'm hearing quite rare too, but maybe there's been a part of you that has been hiding some of that away because you're afraid that that's going to get struck down by people or that's going to get rejected, or that they're not going to understand you. But I see that you try to tell people things. It's like you try to tell people things about yourself, either non-verbally through how you look or how you express yourself or the way that you speak, or you're literally trying to tell people things to awaken them. But it's shocking and they don't get it. It's like, again, going back to, I'm hearing building manager. Going back to the example of the architect, I'm hearing archetypal. Okay. The archetype of the architect, perhaps. But it feels like you've had some resistance to proving, not that you need to prove anything, but it's like to showing up. That's the way that I'm seeing this. Okay, let's see what else we've got. 5 of Swords reverse. And I think it's because there's resistance to being misunderstood or feeling like your communication is mistaken or that it is somehow destructive in some way. Interesting. Yeah, there's like protection from negative energy, right? So maybe people see your strangeness or your way of communicating or your way of seeing the world or your way of expressing yourself as foolish or untruthful or harmful in some way, even though you're just being yourself. You're just being your unique, strange, awesomely weird personality and soul expression. And then there's power in that. But I think the karma here was that I can't express that because then I'm not going to have the stability that I need. I can't rely on the people around me to nurture that in me, to help that to grow, to support me. So I'm just not even going to ask, or I'm not going to express, or I'm not going to show up as I am. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Feeling trapped mentally, not expressing yourself. And I'm being shown like the truth becoming a prison for you almost. Wow, this is interesting. The truth as a prison. And I feel like it's because it's like, oh, other people aren't going to understand it. So you like cage yourself in with the truth, partially to protect yourself, partially because it has nowhere to, you experience this perhaps sensation that it has nowhere to go. So the truth kind of becomes a capsule in which you live. 9 of Wands, and there's so much hesitation here. There's so much, I want to say it, self-limitation, okay? So this is like self-sabotage, procrastination, hesitation, avoidance, these types of things. And Uranus is like, hey, wake up. It's time to make a change and do it in, maybe it is a bit of a haphazard way, but who cares? Because something needs to happen here. And it feels like your intuition has been sometimes spiking, and then maybe you like word vomit, and then other times you like repress it or shut it down, perhaps. Yeah, the energy just kind of feels unstable, for lack of a better way of explaining it. It just feels, it's kind of all over the place. It needs some stability. And so the karma, I feel like the lesson here for you, actually, before I talk about that, I feel like I want to get more cards. 7 of Cups. I did see that during the pre-shuffle. I'm hearing I spy with my little eye. Awakening the third eye. An unusual experience that leads to an awakening. Oh, you know what? Something about near-death experiences is coming up. You don't have had to have had that happen, but it's kind of like that as an example for this type of energy. It's like once you see that, you can't unsee it. It's like once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And if you try to hide that, or you try to pretend like you didn't see it, then it becomes a cage. It becomes a trap. It becomes a prison. Okay. Ten of Wands. And it's like you're carrying this. I'm hearing the word solidarity. Do you feel burdened by the responsibility of carrying this truth unspoken, or of carrying this truth to share it, perhaps? There's so many ways that I'm kind of seeing this play out here, so I'm just going to say them all. Do you feel burdened by how many different unexpected ways you could express a truth? Or how many unexpected ways the truth comes through to you? How you receive it, how you see it, how you feel it, how you perceive it in general. The experiences you've had, the things you've seen, the knowledge base you've acquired, or even throwing that out the window. And it's like not even about knowledge. It's about just this shudder, something about shuttering the window. Don't close the window of truth. Keep that open. It's like an exit point. If you want to get out of this karmic loop, the window is the opportunity to escape that. But I was going to say, like, what was I going to say? Something about shutting down your truth, or no, I can't remember now. I'm being shown a steamroller. Maybe I'm hearing unexpected change again, and they're showing me a steamroller. So, okay, feeling flattened, or feeling like that people are plowing through you, or that you're plowing. Something about flowers being steamrolled. Like you planted a garden, then it gets steamrolled. It's like, again, unexpected change. I'm being shown the scene in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when this guy's house is scheduled for demolition by the city to create a highway or a bypass or something like that. And then at a much larger level, the whole Earth is scheduled to be demolished so that this super galactic highway can go through it. And it's just like, wait, what? And it's almost like part of this contract, because justice can talk about contracts and so can karma, is this, it's like, oh, you had all of this time to go down to City Hall and look at the proposal for this and to contest it, but you didn't know that it was there. So it's almost like this shocking, sudden truth that's revealed to you that, again, rips the rug from out underneath you and makes you feel as though life is not something that you can rely on, or that like the structures that you try to build are not reliable. But I feel like there's a reason for this. 6 of Pentacles coming out here. Let's see what this one is. And the Emperor. This is about building, restructuring, having the resources, maybe even delegating, and being able to trust other people and yourself to be able to take action in accordance with what you want to create. But at the same time, 8 of Wands, it does feel like there's things that you don't suspect, kind of like lurking. Maybe you always feel like you're concerned about the other shoe dropping, or yeah, there's just like this like underlying sort of suspiciousness around, is this going to be stable for me? Or can I trust this? It kind of feels like trust issues. And it could show up externally where you have issues trusting other people or trusting life's stability, or you have difficulty trusting authority, like the government or your boss or your parents, or you have, even at a deeper unconscious or subconscious level, difficulty trusting yourself, which can manifest through those, or as a result of procrastination. And I'm hearing slow playing it, and I'm being shown the Fool card in reverse again, slow playing it. And I'm being shown slow pitch baseball. And I'm being shown like that, the ball going comically slow, like it's in slow motion, and everybody else is standing around waiting for it to come. And you're standing there like, okay, don't swing yet, don't swing yet, don't swing yet. And then you swing, and I'm hearing swing, bada, 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 swing. And you hit it. I'm hearing something about a mission and a plate, and something about that window in time. And you finally hit the ball, and this lightning strikes your titanium bat. It's not a wooden bat. It's like one of those metal bats, whatever they're made of. They go ding when you hit it. I used to play softball in grade school. And so anyway, you hit it and you get struck by lightning. And it's just like, what? These unpredictable things. And yet you have the High Priestess really smack dab in the center of your reading, and she's looking like the third eye to me. So it's almost like you don't see these things coming, but you do sense them. And yet at the same time, there's maybe a little bit of unconscious or subconscious paranoia about that too. Just like, is this my intuition, or am I just being paranoid? Okay, we have harvesting of rewards. Well, I'm glad to see that. Very glad to see that. What is this? Resurrection. Okay, so yeah, again, this is awakening. This is a rebirth. This is a big change. I'm hearing something about your personal character, and I keep being shown like clothes and style and self-expression and how those things evolve over time and change. And you may experience drastic changes as you exit this karmic cycle. Like you might want cut your hair drastically different, or dye your hair, or change. If you wear a lot of makeup, you stop wearing makeup. If you don't wear any makeup, you start wearing makeup. If you dress a certain way, you start dressing differently. And it's not like maybe it is a little bit of a rebellious act, but I think also it's not just that, it's this example of this awakening. And it's like you've drastically outgrown something, and it happened very quickly, maybe even overnight. And I'm going to talk about this after. I'm just going to keep, fertility and sex we have here. I don't know why I said there, because that doesn't really fit anywhere else. Although we do have Osiris here, and it says God of the afterlife and fertility. And then it says the pregnant twins and the two spirits. Oh, unexpected birth, unexpected pregnancy. It's this type of thing that Uranus can bring in. It's like the things that you don't expect and you can't plan for, and you just have to adapt. You just have to adapt. And then Set, God of chaos. Yeah, this is chaos energy. That's what Uranus is. It's like straight up chaos. But I like to see it as chaotic good. But maybe you want lawful good, and that's just not what this cycle was teaching you. And then you have leadership, and I feel like you're, again, stepping up to handle more responsibility so that you can make choices definitively, decisively, trusting your intuition and not counterintuitively stopping yourself at every step that's necessary. Or letting other people stop you. Look what's on the bottom, spiritual struggles. Guides, wine press, or crew. Something about pressure, because they were showing me the steamroller and now they are stamping on the grapes here. So there's something about like being pressed down into the ground. And again, this crystal is for grounding. Okay. Do you feel like the earth realm is too heavy for you? Has this created a feeling of spiritual struggles? Or again, do you feel like it's difficult to ground and therefore it's difficult to build or to maintain or to sustain? Yeah, I'm being shown like stuff flying at the windows of this high rise, and it's just like random stuff all of a sudden hitting you, and you're like, wait, what? Where did that come from? Why is that here? Something about Cotton-Eyed Joe. Okay, I just went to grab, do you see that? Copycat? I'm going to put it back in, but twin energy and copycat. Do you feel like you've split yourself into an external persona and an internal persona? And then as you awaken, that internal persona starts to be rebirthed and expressed through you, and people are like, what the heck? And maybe you're even like, what the heck is this? And people might be questioning, well, were you lying the whole time about who you were before? But no, it was just that you were honest about this external persona, but you were also not showing the internal one. And as soon as that comes out, it's like, oh, this is so different that people question you. It's like Gemini energy, the twins, which the shadow side of can be two-facedness and cattiness and lying and stuff like that. But I don't choose to see that here unless that was something you were dealing with externally or whatever. But it feels more to me like this experience of being able to like changing your mind really quickly, because this is part of the karma. It's like, it's a very shocking revelation. It's a shocking experience that changes your worldview. Okay, we have north, pointing true north or due north. Something about suspicions I'm hearing again. Regal, I almost wanted to say rebel though. So again, it's like a regal rebel. You do have the emperor who's the king of kings. North, the crown chakra, regal, the crown. Lightning striking the tower, oftentimes it is depicted as the lightning bolt hitting the crown that's on top of the tower. Okay, so you guys get big crown downloads, and then you've got the jester, which is kind of like the fool archetype, so it's like trickster energy. And that's again chaos. It's reminding me of Loki, the god Loki, and how he is a chaotic sometimes seen as a demonic type of energy, but depends on how you work with him. But he's also able to create copies of himself, like multiple copies of himself. Wow, this is really interesting. Yeah, look at that. Inner work and spiritual struggles. So you guys have really had a difficult karmic cycle here of turning the grapes into wine. Like crushing all of these different parts of yourself, to boiling it down basically into what is the truth of me. Because it feels like you had multiple different shadow archetypes running around inside of you, or you had like different not literal split personality, I don't think, but just more like there was a lot of repressed self that was not known to the self, or was not shown to the self or to others. And so this inner work, I'm going to put this down here. This inner work allows you to recognize your own inner authority once again, which has nothing to do with the outside circumstances. Like your stability, it really doesn't rely on what's going on around you. And I know that's easier to say than it is to embody. But when you work with this higher level of self, you know unequivocally that no matter what happens, you will be safe. Because you are an infinite, immortal soul living in a temporary human body in this third dimensional game world. This is like the Matrix, and you are Neo or Trinity or Morpheus, and you are aware of what's outside the system and what the system is and how it works. I feel like you've also had enough of something. I was getting references, enough worship. Oh, interesting. Maybe you've had a difficult time deciding whether you wanted to be spiritual or religious, or what spirituality really meant to you, how to work with that, what it was asking from you. You might have big changes in belief system. And again, that shows up in how you express yourself, or how you share truth, or what you believe is true to begin with. But I was also getting references yesterday and this morning to the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, which is basically where she is, trigger warning, she is abused in domestic violence for so long that she finally says enough is enough, and she trains up and becomes a fighter, and basically tactile, I didn't mean to say tactile, but like a tactical assassin takes down the man who was systemically abusing her. So there's something about systems and abuse and disempowerment versus empowerment and your self-authority. And finally being like, enough is enough. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm going to step up into my power. I'm going to take that responsibility, even if it's heavy, because I know it's going to make me stronger. And I'm going to speak this truth, or I'm going to take this action, or I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to do what I came here to do. And I'm not going to be afraid of whether that is going to cause me to change, or how it's going to change other people in the way they see me, or whether that's even going to be stable, because the only thing you can be sure of in life is change. So prepare for that change. Expect the unexpected. Okay, so lastly, let's talk about this harvesting of rewards, because I feel like you are proving, and I keep hearing proof is in the pudding. Spirit's been saying that in many different readings over the last several months, but they just said it again here for you, group number 1. The proof is in the pudding in this karmic cycle. The resolution of which is like you stepping into your own authority. Not being governed by the outside, not being, I'm being shown somebody kowtowing and hiding away. Not doing that anymore. Being able to show up as yourself, authentically being who you are, whatever that means for you, and building from that, and not being afraid if that gets broken down, because you can just build another one. The tower is not who you are the one who builds it. You're the architect. So the stability of the tower doesn't really matter. The stability of you is all that matters. So anyway, you're harvesting the rewards of that. And it's connected to leadership. It's connected to sovereignty, authority, agency, taking back your power, maturity, standing in your power after a period of kind of going through this youthful, almost, I'm getting self-deception, like youthful self-deception. That's very interesting. Like just wanting to play around. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, it's time to get serious now. And karma and Saturn are all about evolution and maturity. It doesn't mean you lose the childlike spirit. It doesn't mean you lose that inspiration. and that willingness to go it alone and do what feels right for you. But it does mean that you take the stability with you. Yeah, I'm being shown the Fool like a child who's running away from home and taking the bare essentials for them, which is like candy and maybe like a pair of pajamas and like a book. And it's like they can't survive on that. But they're making a sort of irrational decision. And then the results of that is not going to be good. And then I got shown like a military person who has like a paratrooper or somebody who knows where they're going into, and they're prepared, and they have everything they could possibly need on their back in their pack. And it's heavy, it weighs heavy on them, but they're strong because they've trained for this and they know how to handle it. And so they go into this uncharted territory that's unfamiliar to them, and they use their compass to navigate, and they stand in their power, and they don't mess around with that. They take it very seriously. And I'm being shown them in the camp at night, having a drink and having fun. So you can still have that childlike sense of spirit. Again, I just want to make sure that you're getting that point coming through, because Saturn is not telling you to like leave childish ways behind. It's telling you that it's like you're ready to step up. You've learned the lessons, you have matured, you have grown, and you're ready to harvest the yield from that, which, you know what? People look at harvesting as something, oh, that's so great, it's all just going to windfall into my lap. Harvest is actually a shit ton of work. If you think about like growing crops in medieval times, or even now, well, especially in medieval times when they didn't have the type of machinery that we have now, the technology, right? Back when they had to plow everything by hand, they had the scythes in their hands, and they'd be out there in the fields, back-breaking labor in the hot sun, trying to get all the crops, what do you call it? Scythed? I don't know. Trying to get all the crops cut down before they go bad, and then having to kind of bundle them and take them in and store them and preserve them and do everything that they needed to do. It was a lot of responsibility. It was a lot of work. But then they had those stores that would help them to survive and to thrive over the winter and the rest of the year. This is what I'm seeing for you. It's like you're finally stepping up, and I'm hearing chasing your dreams. Oh, thank you, Spirit. And it's like a resurrection in that, to chase your dreams in a way that it's not, it maybe even it was a childhood dream, and it feels true for you, and this is why it's a more authentic expression of you, but you're doing it in a way that is now tempered with this inner work, and the building that you do is more practical now. It's like you can actually, you can take it on. Now I'm hearing again, expect change, expect some change here. So this will definitely kind of, I want to say like stay on your toes. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, get ready because something's coming in. And it doesn't mean you have to be on the defense or paranoid or scared or anything or tensed, but definitely be ready for change because it's coming for you. And the better you can adapt and invent, like flow with that, dance with that, channel the lightning bolt and hit a home run. Yeah. Or when people get struck by lightning and then they randomly get sort of savant-like abilities in an area, like somebody who'd never played the piano in their life gets struck by lightning and all of a sudden they are like Mozart and they can just channel all of these divine songs and music without ever having looked at a piano or a sheet of music in their life. It's like that. There's going to be some kind of a drastic change and your abilities and your expression are going to show that. So work with that, build with that, take it on, do it. Do it, because you're going to see a lot of fertility from that, a lot coming out of that, produced out of that. You're going to harvest and reap a lot, and it's going to be a lot more fair and balanced than I think you've experienced before. Anything else you want to say to Group 1, Spirit? I'm hearing the song, Walk This Way, Talk This Way. Who is that? David Bowie? I don't know. Strangeness, well, even if it's not David Bowie, he reminds me of like uniqueness and strangeness and just be yourself. Okay, we've got Mercury, first house. I knew the first house was significant. That's your body. Something about rolling a rock routine, I just heard. Oh, that's so random. And then Taurus. Okay, so the stability, the resources of stability when it comes to your truth and your self-expression through, again, your body. And I'm hearing something about your house as well. That's all changing. And it's important that it does, because the stability that you're creating from that is going to be much longer lasting, I want to say. Much longer lasting. So definitely speak your truth, express yourself. That's number one. Your inner security is going to shine out. It's going to show. It's going to show. And there's going to be beautiful growth from that. Okay. I think that's it, group number one. Get comfortable with discomfort, because when you practice that, anything is possible. I'm sending you lots of love for this karmic clearing. If you feel called to any of the other groups, check those out. And thank you so much for all of your support here on the channel. You guys really have been keeping me going in more ways than you could possibly know. So I really appreciate everything that you guys do to support me here and to allow me to continue doing this powerful work that I am called to do and that I love doing. So I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. You guys were drawn to the Evil Eye Protection Bracelet with the Hamsa hand here. So, and we're talking about clearing karma, and it kind of feels to me already, I haven't looked at this one yet, but it feels like psychic protection. It feels like removing any envy or jealousy or any projections or hate that are directed toward you. And possibly from the inside as well, like shoring up any leaks in the boat so that no water can get in. Let's see, you got the sign of Gemini. Okay. And it says what you want to be known for, what is believed about you, the quickest way to do something, information to explain, communications about, and resulting from the fluctuations of. This is interesting. So definitely psychic protection, mental protection. Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and that's the realm or the domain of the mind. Okay. Communication. Something about service work and communication. I'm being shown like customer service. Interesting. That could be... it doesn't feel literal to me, though. It feels more metaphorical, but... you take it how it applies. Okay, so what is the karma that group number 2 has been working with? I'm hearing within and without. And what has it done? I'm hearing served you. Yeah, something was served. I'm being shown process server, like delivering a subpoena. So there's something about communications, messages, something about interdisciplinary. I'm hearing interdisciplinary. I'm hearing the word actions and tractions. Something about retractions. Something about tactics, and it's connected to serving in some way. Okay, let's get a little deeper into this. What is this karma that group number 2 is working with? The Emperor. If you felt called to group 1, there could be some messages there for you. They had the Emperor, and we talked about Gemini as a reference as well. All right, let's take a look. And this, I'm hearing two-way street and a split sign. And you've got this 2 of Swords here, which to me is really talking about Gemini energy. Because it's like you can see 2 sides of the equation. There's 2 sides of the self even here that need to be weighed up. I'm hearing something about waiting to pass go. Yours is a very highly channeled message reading. Like I'm feeling a lot coming through, and it's very psychic. So I'm hearing, oh yeah, I can't even like speak on my own. I just need to let the channel flow. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll pull cards as I feel guided, but I'm just going to open up the channel as wide as it wants to go and let it come through. Something about meta dynamics. I'm hearing metropolis, and I'm being shown a sprawling city. Kind of feels like New York, even though I've never been there, but I've seen it in movies and shows and stuff. So there's something about like a grid pattern I'm being shown, like where the streets are. It's like a 2-way street that they're showing me, not a 1-way street. I'm being shown a through road from one neighborhood to another and going from block to block to block. Okay, this is all symbolic, Spirit's showing me, and that it's connected to this karma, or the karma is connected, or it's connected. No, the karma is about connection. It's connectivity. How do you transmit, or how do you get from one place to the other? How do you transmit information from one place to the other? How is it, I'm hearing documented as well. Something about documentation, published works. I'm being shown the 9th house in astrology, which does rule publications. I think it also something about roles, like role playing, but I think it also rules. Nope, I can't step into thinking mind. Sorry, got to get that out of the way completely. All right, let's just go, Spirit. Full blast. I'm hearing full steam ahead. I'm being shown a steam engine going up a hill. It's reminding me of the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Doing something difficult for a long period of time and staying on track. It feels like it's connected to this through road. How do I get from point A to point B? Is it a straight line? Is it a two-way street? Is it a one-way track? What is it for you? And this is connected to the mind, right? Split mind. Is it a two-way street where it comes out and goes in? Or is it a one-way track that only leads in one direction? And if something comes across, it smashes in, like a train coming from the opposite direction on a one-way track is going to create a collision. And I'm hearing course correction, and I'm being shown, in like an old, I'm hearing steam railway, and being railwayed or railroaded. Something about railroad pins, but I'm being shown like a gangster in an outlaw type country movie or whatever it's called, Western, and having to shoot the sign thingy or the little lever that changes the road so that the track, I'm not explaining it well because I'm in channel mode, sorry, but it's like you're trying to change the track while you're on the train. Oh my God. Wow, this karma was intense for you and highly, highly mental and very, very psychic. I'm hearing opening to channel, and I'm being shown that is actually the title of a book. It's Opening to Channel by Linda Howe, I think. I have it on the shelf. One sec, let me grab it. Good thing I grabbed it because it's not Linda Howe. It's Opening to Channel, How to Connect with Your Guide by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. Okay, that's the book that they showed me. But I do have another book by Linda Howe, and since I mentioned her, I'll reference this as well. It's the Akashic, How to Read the Akashic Records, Accessing the Archive of the Soul and Its Journey by Linda Howe. Something about these two is important. So again, accessing your Akashic, opening to channel, connecting with your guides, something about your psychic mission, and I'm hearing the word protected and protective. Yeah, I'm being shown angelic guidance, mediumship, Akashic stuff, consciousness, soul contracts connected to that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So your karma here is rebalancing your psychic mind, opening the template, something about breaking the fourth wall. I'm hearing breaking the fourth wall. Isn't that a term in film where they talk directly to the camera? They address the audience directly, but it's only a one-way street because the audience can't talk back to the actor who's on the screen because the film is already recorded. There's something about time and space, communication, and limitations or distance of communication. Okay. 7 of Pentacles reversed. I'm hearing waiting on a time period, but I almost wanted to say waiting on a miracle, but I heard waiting on a time period. Something about waiting on time to explain something. Something from ancient times. This emperor all of a sudden just looked to me. I'm hearing something about mythology, but he looked to me like something out of like empires of old. Think Roman Empire, Grecian Empire, or whatever it is. Britannic Empire. There's something about empires. Literal empires. And your Akashic record and your Akashic field. This is way more esoteric than I was expecting. Something about wetting your whistle. And I'm being shown somebody whistling with their mouth, like blowing it out. Page of Swords, blowing it out. Blowing out the air. Air is the element of the mind, so is Gemini. 9 of Cups. Something about a critical point, and I'm hearing crucial messenger. Sorry, let me adjust this so it's straight. Definitely something about balancing or straightening the edges of something and making sure that the route that you're taking is conducive, like you're blowing that energy in the right direction, or you're communicating that to the right audience, perhaps if you're in a leadership position here. or expressing this in the right way, or receiving this information, these downloads. Something about the 9th dimension I just got from the 9 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups reversed. I'm hearing take it home. Take what home? They didn't answer. I just heard take it and go. Take it and go. Something about takeaway. What's the takeaway? What's the takeaway? What's the conclusion? The information came and went. What did you learn? What was spent? 4 of Swords. I heard take a break. I'm being shown a Kit Kat bar and breaking it in half. Give me a break, give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Okay. Something about the bars also just looked like syllables or a symphony, and bars or meter on a spreadsheet of music. I'm hearing organ and organic, and I'm being shown a lot of things. It was like an organ in the body, and then organic food, and then the organ in a church ceremony where they're playing the organ as an instrument. Now I'm being shown the organ that Davy Jones plays in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. This is very fast channeling mental energy, which I would expect nothing less from Gemini. But it's like, how do you keep up with this? How do you stay on track? How do you, something about pleasure and pleasantries of the mind. And it's like, oh, I wave as thoughts go by. Something about meditation and connecting and not getting attached to the spirals in the mind or mentality and thoughts themselves. Oh my God. This is a lot, group number 2, even for me. This is kind of my comfort zone. I'm not gonna say otherwise, because I'm a Gemini rising. But yeah, it kind of feels like, oh, I can't even finish a sentence. Yep. Interruptions in thoughts, inspirations, impulsivity, something about addictions I just heard as well, and attachments. Getting rid of those, burning them off. I'm being shown burning off dross in the energetic field to clear and open the psychic channels, to open the mind, to clear the pathways, to open the through roads, to be able to channel and to give and receive, to report back, I'm hearing, and take it home. Something about this mission to be able to like take critical information back to the empire, back to the king. And I keep hearing through road. Wow. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Something about a river and telling the story. Mythology is coming up again. The river Styx could be significant here as well. Charon, the river master, moving things along. And again, it's like back and forth, ferrying souls back and forth from the afterlife. Again, mediumship. Being at the crossroads, I'm hearing. Hecate is coming through. She is the watcher at the crossroads. Queen of Swords reversed. I'm being shown plunging the sword into the earth. I'm hearing digging deep, unearthing something from within the deep mind or the psychic realms of the physical nature. Again, natural, organic, something about organic roots, timelines, and time fields, mind fields, and the mind. Something about karmic dumping, 8 of Swords when I said that. Okay, so when Spirit said that, karmic dumping. I'm being shown through roads again, getting out of the way. Page of Pentacles reversed, and I keep being shown somebody digging something up. Saw that with the Queen of Swords, and I'm seeing that with the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Digging something up. Hanged Man on the bottom. Okay. I'm hearing let's get down to business, let's get practical, and opening things up. Something about breaking the glass ceiling. Okay. Conflict and war. Conflict and war. Well, that's what emperors would do, right? That's why they would have empires, is because they would go out what was the word I'm looking for? I'm hearing Vidi Vini Vici, or whatever that is, that Napoleon said, I came, I saw, I conquered. There's something about telepathy that I'm also hearing as well, and shielding your psychic mind so that you can't be tapped into, because spirits, you know, when you're open to the spiritual realm, not all spirits are of the higher mind, and some of them will take advantage if they see that you are an open source channel. Okay, so anyway, empires became empires because of conquest, and conflict and war were how nations were won over, taken. Something about in a grasp. Change in circumstances. Under the hind part of the cow, it says. Change in circumstances. I'm hearing something about mission requests. That card really wants to be here. And then on the bottom we have destruction of chaos. Okay. Destruction of chaos. The Ouroboros ring I'm hearing, and I'm seeing this snake who's in this sort of figure 8 pattern that's looping on itself. And then I was shown the Ouroboros, which is the snake eating its own tail. Something about self-consumption, and again, like this, the way that the energy was cycling through. And I'm hearing as above, so below. Writing or a person's legacy. Well, Mercury and Gemini, very strongly associated to communication and writing. And it's like passing on information. You see, he's like, I'm being shown a relay race and somebody holding a scroll, passing the scroll on. And it's like down through the line, down through history, down through a genetic line, perhaps. And I'm hearing the word conquest again. And it's like the messenger of the gods or the messenger of the kings, making sure that the messages get delivered when they need to be there. Something about passing the torch, and the torch bearer, that's Hecate again. Olympics and Olympians. I know that the Winter Olympics are on right now at the time that I'm creating this reading. But yeah, ancient Greece did come up earlier. I was seeing that, like Roman Empire, Grecian Empire kind of thing. Something about poetry, speaking the truth in abstract ways, channeling. It's not concrete, it's not linear. You can make it that, you can turn it into that, but it doesn't come through as that. It's like dreams. They're not literal. They don't come through that way. That's just not how spirit speaks, because spirit doesn't use language. Language is constrictive, and we can use language to channel spirit, but it's better if we don't make it linear, because that's the way language is designed, and it doesn't work with the message. The message comes through energetically. It's like an imprint or an emotion or a vision. It's like multidimensional, and to boil it down into language really takes a lot out of it. And that's why as a messenger or as a channel, I feel like you've had to work with deciphering, decoding, translating this type of information, and trying to look at it from all different angles to see which best perspective to perhaps relay the information and not get trapped in the delivery of it. Okay, interesting. Not get trapped in the delivery of it. To destroy some kind of chaos. I didn't mean to say chaos. Chaos, because there's this hangman energy kind of feels like, it feels like the messenger getting crucified en route trying to deliver the message, because there's a war going on. And so having to be very subtle, almost like a spy, but yeah, like a spy for the good guys, I'm hearing. Okay. Let's get some clarification here from the channeled messages cards. Something about group efforts is coming up as well. I'm hearing complications arose, ensued, were overcome. Lock. And I was going to put a lock and a key on the cover image of this reading. I don't think I'll end up doing that, but I felt called to mention that, because that's what Spirit was showing me. Mouse and rat. Being shown like scurrying around underneath the surface. Forest, I'm going to put that back in. Venus, We got Venus, and I just noticed that the Emperor is Mars because it's ruled by Aries. And the inspiration for this video is kind of like the whole Neptune and Saturn conjunct at 0 degrees in the sign of Aries that's happening. And it's kind of like it is a once in a lifetime type of thing. It's a 36-year cycle that's ending, but it's also a 6,000-year cycle that's starting over because that was the last time they were in that sign or something like that. Astrologers, help me out. I'm hearing a token of beauty and seeing. Yeah, you guys are seers, or you've been working with karma here around something about imprinting I just heard, and I'm being shown 3D printing, like the third dimensional realm and your psychic sight, your ability to see, to sense, to feel. Sometimes seeing isn't through the eyes. I'm hearing through the voice, seeing through the voice. Sometimes it's through vibration. It's through your senses. It's through the physical, but it's also the non-physical. Okay. In your hands. I was going to say it's like tactile. It's in your hands. It's your body. Look at that. And here in your hands, it's being the baby cow's being delivered right into this person's hands. It's like dropping into your hands. Something about dropping down the frequency and taking notes and being like, what happens when this frequency drops down individually or collectively? What barriers do we need to face here? Where do we need to unlock certain things? What is the key? What does that look like? How do we search for that? Stormy. I want to get one more. And community. Yeah, I was getting something about groups coming through. I feel like this is a community effort or it's a group thing. But you've had to make sure that you were able to trust people in this group. If it's a work environment, it's like you had to trust or vet your colleagues to see, like, can I actually trust them? Are they honest? Are they telling the truth? Are they in alignment? Are they congruent psychically? Because people tell on themselves without even realizing it. Like, you don't have to speak a word to somebody who's psychic for them to pick up on something. It could be a negative intention. It could be an ill wish, a negative thought, a projection. They'll feel that. You'll feel that. You know, it comes through. It makes you uncomfortable and you don't know why. It's because that person's thinking that thing or seeing you in a certain way that's not good. Yeah, okay. Something about using the quickest way just jumped out at me. And because Spirit was showing us before, it's like finding the quickest route. And Mercury is all about speed. So it's like getting through traffic, finding the perfect route. That's the shortest distance from point A to point B and has the clearest, you know, it's an open road. It has the clearest pathway. And doing so in stormy weather or in unideal circumstances, perhaps even like at these lower vibrations, has been difficult, has led to a lot of conflict. But I'm also seeing healing of that. Creating peace where there was conflict, destruction of chaos through, oh, look what's underneath that, truth and justice, authority and power and leadership. Wow. Right? Okay. So I'm hearing taking the instruction set, something about instructions. It's reminding me of Virgo, like the instructions to assemble something in a way that is balanced with, and I'm hearing the word harmonious, with this frequency of truth and justice. I'm hearing balanced truth, and it's in your hands. Something about the sands of time, whiling away an hour, I'm hearing, and something about Wile E. Coyote. I'm hearing once again, and something, and then I'm hearing wetting the whistle again. Didn't they say that earlier? I think so. Wetting the whistle. 3 of Pentacles, community effort. This is a group thing. This is not a war that can be won on one's own. 9 of Swords, because it is in the mind, but it's like so much coming into the mind from the group. Something about mental assassins I'm hearing. And I'm being shown Assassin's Creed, like the video game. Yeah, there's a lot of sneaky energy here, and I'm not sure if you're the one who's sneaking or they're the one who's sneaking. Maybe both. I'm being shown Snape from Harry Potter, and it's reminding me of like a double agent. Or perhaps a teacher, a communicator. Yeah. Something about armor during war. I'm being shown breastplates. Different sizes of shields. Psychic shields. Okay, what else? What is this karma resulting in? Let me ask that. No, I did feel those. Okay. What is this karma resulting in? King of Cups on the bottom, reversed. Something about emotional depth I'm hearing with that. And then Four of Cups. I'm hearing stormy seas. I'm being shown stormy seas approaching. There's a thundercloud, thunderclaps, the rising tide. Something about the rising tide raising all ships, but if you don't have a ship, it can cause you to drown. You get swelled in the storm, I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm hearing picking up sticks. Anyway, so Four of Cups, 10 of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. It's like there was a message that needs to get through here. It needs to be hand delivered. It needs to be personalized. It needs to be encrypted or encoded. I'm being shown like zip-locked bags and like zip-encoded files. It's compressed in some way. It's become dense as it enters this realm, and it needs to come across, or it needs to be delivered to somebody in a position of authority. Okay, thank you. Spirit said personal authority. It's on your own personal authority, and I'm being shown what is believed about. Your authority to believe. What is it that you believe? Mentally, psychically. Something about omens of change, psychic insights, and signs of change. Something about an airlock and decompression. Being shown a space station and an astronaut coming through the door, sealing the airlock and then decompressing. Something's offered from that. I don't know, some kind of an insight, but it feels like it's a galactic download, and it needs to ground down through history, or it's been trying to do this all this time. And this is a cycle of karma that's repeated over several lifetimes here, group number 2. So this isn't just a karmic pattern you've seen in this lifetime. This is a karmic pattern that we've been seeing, and I'm hearing has been seated. I'm being shown Venus seated on the throne and seated by the Emperor, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I'm hearing seeing through the illusion, seeing the truth, the clarity. Something about the Empire Strikes Back. That's a Star Wars reference. Okay, that goes back to the space analogy or the space imagery they were showing. Emperor, empire, conquest. Something about divisions of assets, I'm being told. Divisions of assets. Yeah, okay, and how do people conquer? Divide and conquer. You have to split things so that you weaken them, and then you can take them over. This is what was happening. This is the clearing of that destructive energy, that negative conquest of inverse authority. Disempowerment seeks to disempower. And so the quickest way around this is to create community, or to hold groups together, or to create balance in what you're seeing, how you're seeing it, and how you're communicating or expressing that. So psychically and telepathically, this means being able to plant your feet, being able to ground this wisdom into your body, and being able to deliver it in some way. To hand it down, to pass it down. It feels like archetypally this is talking about, I'm hearing the life-giving tree, and I'm being shown the giving tree. Something about giving birth. Yeah, we had that here. But ancestral. This feels karmically connected to ancestry and lineage, especially with that 10 of Pentacles. But it's also what I'm being shown. And I'm being shown fast communication, fast deliveries. The greyhounds just stood out to me there, and they're one of the fastest racing dogs. But they race, they chase the fake rabbit around in a circle. So there's something about seeing through illusion and not chasing the wrong rabbit, like not going on a wild goose chase or being led or distracted through illusion to pursue something that is out of alignment with your soul contract and why you came here. Energetically, it feels like you're meant to blow something wide open. I'm being shown a whistleblower. Oh, right, the whistle. Wet your whistle and the whistling. Whistleblower. Yeah, I'm hearing blow the whistle. Toot, toot. And I'm being brought back to the steam engine again. Blow the whistle. Let them know you're coming. Clear the way. I'm hearing clear the way. Toot, toot. Wow. And it's interpersonal dynamics here. Interpersonal communication seems to be at the crux of this. I'm hearing not to self-sacrifice. That's something about an advisory role, mentorship, and sacrificial service. It's giving me Pisces type energy there. 12th house. Being highly psychically in tune, but also needing to counterbalance that by not becoming, I'm hearing something about a wet blanket, but not becoming drenched and heavy and weighed down, and then psychically sort of the message gets diluted or diluted, you know? Something about hypnosis I'm hearing. And I'm being shown the god Hypnos, which is the god of sleep. Not falling asleep, staying awake, being able to see, seeing the truth and seeing a way out. Again, I'm being shown that through road. They want me to go in one more time with this, and then I think we'll close it out. Something about a grill on a truck or on a vehicle, like the grill on the front of the vehicle. Bug splatter, looping. I was going to say, this has been looping for generations, maybe even 4 generations, the Emperor, number 4. I'm hearing stand tall. I'm being shown a palm tree. Something about withered roots. And the palm is strong. What's the difference between a palm tree, its stalk versus its stem? I'm hearing something about the palm tree versus any other kind of tree. Its stalk or its stem it's built different, and I don't know how or why. Good. Congratulations. Congratulations. There's a change in circumstances. Something about sterling silver. There's a change in circumstances that is falling into your hands here. And something about a bleed through of timelines. And I'm being shown a brethren coven. Something about brethren and coven and grounding lines and groupings of souls. Grid workers. Fortunate. There's a lucky break here. They showed me something about overnight success. They said overnight success, and it's like finally. And I'm being shown scooping up to find the frequency. Okay, on the bottom, beware, timeline. Yeah. There's timeline, something about breeding or interbreeding and the TV show, discussion, action. Something about the brutality of war and projections through the TV screen as hypnosis, mass hypnosis. Golden ones, don't pay attention to it. Camera shy, get yourself on camera. Subconscious work. Okay. I'm hearing make it work. We're going to make it work. The inner eye knows the way. Okay, South Node. Yeah, this is generational, interpersonal karma that lasts or has come from the past lives especially. Something about being put on blast. Okay, we have 10th house. That's work and career, public position, notoriety, how you're seen, and the legacy that you leave behind. Once again, number 10 and number 10. And then Aries. I knew Aries was going to be significant here because that jumped out at me from the Emperor card. Something about a Mars transit is connected to this. And I'm hearing putting in the effort, clearing the past, and being fortunate in how this comes to pass. And it's like, again, a pass from one to the other. I'm being shown a football being passed by the quarterback to the person who's down the field and they catch it. Time fields. Throwing this information to the other dimension, back and forth, or to them in a straight shot, getting it where it needs to go. Action is required. And something about fantasy is desired. Something about fantasy showing you the way. something about blueprints of romance, and I'm being shown a blue prince, and it's reminding me of Disney movies, fantasy Disney movies, that kind of thing, or fairy tales. Myths and legends too may have a sort of, I'm hearing the word quotient, quota, keep your hands full, and something about God's essence. That is the counteraction, and that gives you strength. And look, celebration and merriment. So you definitely are going to be very fortunate here. Big congratulations from your spirit guides on the strength that you've been able to have to endure some kind of I'm hearing the word miscalculation in the timelines and how that grouping occurred. I don't know what they're talking about with that, but you're being celebrated for a successful, I'm hearing all steam ahead, full steam ahead. You're being congratulated that it finally, the timeline can progress and it's no longer looping. Something about we have won and the war is won. Something about that airlock again, and sealing away the decrease. I don't know what that means. Resulting from fluctuations of, it feels like there were some kind of fluctuations in the force or something energetically. And it's like, I'm being shown Mace Windu. And I channeled that name 2 days ago and looked it up. I was like, who the heck is Mace Windu? He's from Star Wars. He's one of the Jedi Council. He's actually the leader of the Jedi Council until he passed it to Yoda. I learned this through looking it up, even though I've seen the movies, but I just didn't remember that. So there is something here about leadership, groups like councils. You're being congratulated. There's kind of like a stepping down from a certain role or stepping up to a certain role. There's an exchange of energy either way, or there's an exchange of a message either way. Okay. Anything else you want to say to group number 1, Spirit? Sorry, group number 2. A fortunate time comes to pass. The past will not last. The past is past. Put it where it belongs. Leave it behind you. And I'm being shown Christ wearing like thong-style sandals on his feet, walking forward through the dirt and the dust. Something about a duct and moving through the duct. I'm being shown Bruce Willis in Die Hard where he's crawling through the air duct. And I'm being shown like that's the quickest route, air. Right, the passage of air is the mind. And it's hidden above. It's mine, I'm hearing. You can see the way. It's in your hands. Take it through, follow the plan. An alternate route, destruction of enemies, wow. And tree of life and wisdom. Yeah, the tree of life. Destruction of enemies, the ending of chaos. New beginnings and jubilation. Okay, so it's like the war is won and now it's time to celebrate. And something about minimizing casualties, and something about casualties I'm being shown as well, like a cotton t-shirt. It's blank and it's white though, the way that they're showing it to me. And something about shrinking it down. It's like it shrank in the wash. It became smaller. But during the time that it was in the washing machine was locked, so we couldn't open it. It's like it had to keep cycling like that. But now that it's done, the whistle blew, something about people leaving a factory I'm being shown. The whistle blows and they're done work. And they can go celebrate a long, hard day's labor. And it's like, now you get your time in the sun. Now you get your time in the sun. You're going to see the reward from the fruits of these labors, whatever you were doing here. It's going to manifest in an outward way, I'm being shown. On the physical plane, that's what Spirit's telling me, literally 3rd dimension. So on the physical plane, this is going to show up. What's that going to look like? I'm hearing great gratitude. Something is literally in your grasp. It's happiness or something. It's your time, and I'm hearing it's your time. Your time has come. Your time has come to pass. It's in your hands. You're receiving the message now. And I'm being shown new grounds. Oh man, so, something about grounds of dispute. Something about taking legal action and spiritual law. And the rebalancing effect is taking place, and I'm being shown swimming in a swimming pool and a big ripple that's going out. I wanted to put him upright. The king has won. And I bumped the Aurified Quartz Tower there too, so, okay. Clarity of mind, clear seeing, clear feeling, clear divination, clear psychic sight. It's right there. It's in your hands. Clap, clap, clap. Celebration. Congratulations. This has been very hard work, and you're fortunate to finally be able to witness the return on it. The return of the king. The true king rather than the false tyrannous emperor. Okay, whoever that was. Energetically, I'm hearing energetically. Is that all, Spirit? I think we're already at 40 minutes. Is that all, or is there more? They just said, turn and face the strange. Cha-cha changes. Turn and face the change. Turn and face the strange. I heard it as though. And yeah, something about turning it around. You went toe to toe, I'm hearing, with the master. And you came out better. I'm being shown a rocket blaster. Jimmy Neutron. Something about the atomic symbol. Atomic codes somehow connected to the emperor. And freedom at last. Freedom at last. Okay. At long, long last. Oh, and then they said blast from the past. And a new way is made forward. And it's connected to the 10th house of career, notoriety, public image, and legacy. Okay. I think that's it, group number 2. I did feel the energy start to close there. Okay. Yes, that's it. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I hope this was helpful. This one was different, right? This one was very just coded, channeled, cryptic, symbolic. But hopefully you took something from it. Hopefully it is helpful. That's always my highest intention, is that it serves your soul in your evolution for your greatest and highest good. And of course, the greatest and highest good of the collective here. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the hematite bracelet with the magnetic clasp. And hematite is magnetic on its own, as you can see. So I feel like you've got a magnetic aura, or you're drawing something in. I'm also getting something about the dream space or dream state with the amethyst that's here. It's right in the center of the circle. Something about the center of the chain. A magnetic effect. I'm also hearing the word withdrawal. And we're talking about karma today. You guys chose the houses card, which is the 11th house. Okay. The number 1 seems significant. Not just 11, but the number 1 itself and combinations of 1. So the 11th house is to do with groups, networks, dreams, hopes, wishes, goals for the future, collaborations, and social, like your social circle. And it says freedom, associations, your circle of friends, for humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, and do it for the future. I feel like you're magnetizing something right now that's attracted because of some hope or faith or wish that you've had. And this is a karmic circumstance that's meant to bless you in respect to this dream, or it's meant to get you further towards that. Something about quenching your thirst, I'm also hearing. Attracting in solutions. And something about what you need. Okay, so let's take a look at what this karma is, or what you could need to accomplish this goal, because I feel like this karma for you, group number 3, is less about clearing out something that's been causing extreme havoc or making you feel stuck. And this karma is actually about accomplishing something, achieving something, building something perhaps, but it's not even about building. It's more so about seeing come seeing something come to fruition, something that you've had in mind for a long, long time, and how that's connected to the people that you see yourself with. I'm hearing, okay, so you've got the King of Wands reversed. I heard turn it around. I saw 222 on the time. The Hanged Man, the Two of Swords, something about a temple and a trampoline. Wheel of Fortune. Something about widening your time scale. Giving yourself more time. I'm hearing ego disillusion. 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, okay. So giving yourself more time to accomplish this because maybe there's more to it than you thought. And karmically, I'm hearing something about tying up loose ends or tying the knot. I actually heard both, but even though they can sometimes mean different things. The Empress reversed. Oh, I literally just heard waiting to start a family. The 11th house doesn't really have to do with family. It's more like friends, but there's something about this. Maybe it's a goal or a wish. This is the 10 of Cups is the happy family card, and I'm being shown waiting, widening your time field. Okay. Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, waiting to plant the seed. Whether that's literal or otherwise, whether it's metaphor or what, I don't know, but it's like waiting to do this. The Hanged Man, right? Yeah, of course. I wasn't even putting that together. I'm just channeling it through, but I'm seeing now with the Hanged Man being suspended here temporarily, waiting for this. Something about life essence just came through as well. Something about a golden ticket. Okay, 5 of Wands. I almost wanted to call it the 5 of Swords. 7 of Wands. Weirdly, I also wanted to call this the 7 of Swords. So something about the reversal of Wands to Swords or Swords to Wands. The 7 of Swords is deception and trickery. The 7 of Wands is boundaries and maintaining the high ground, protecting that high ground. Something about a landing point I'm hearing, and it's like a point in time. Something about where this destiny will be fulfilled. I'm being shown the destiny of the Wheel of Fortune here, the Wheel of Destiny. A landing point for that destiny to be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled. Now, the 5 of Swords is about conflicts of the mind, disagreements, and I'm hearing derogatory remarks. Okay. Something about negative comments or commentary. And then the 5 of Wands is more about disagreements and how to do something. And I'm hearing something about proving worth. Disagreements or like trying to compete to prove worth or value. And I'm hearing it's whittling away the time. Something about competition of the divine. That's strange. Justice in reverse. This may seem unfair. Karmically, it may feel unfair because it's like it's not your time. But I did just see 555 on the clock as well, which is about change and movement and a cycle that is shifting. So it kind of feels to me, group number 3, I almost called you group 1, which was weird because it's been a couple of days since I filmed that reading. But I want to say group 3, it feels to me like you've been waiting to do something for a while and you've had this dream or this hope or this vision for a long time. And it's been taking some time to do it. Or you felt like you haven't been able to do it because of the circumstances. And I'm hearing something about because of self-defense. Something about defensive tactics like fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, nervous system responses. And it's been taking time to calm that down. I'm being shown the example of a mother trying to have a baby, but it's not implanting because the body, the nervous system is in these survival states. And the body is almost pumping out so much cortisol and stress hormones that it can't. I'm hearing it's fatigued. It can't sustain the life force energy required to birth a child. And it's almost like a very wise, I'm hearing autonomic pathways and autonomic structures of the body and brain. That is where you're wired. That's a nervous system. But it's an intelligent structure that says, if I'm not safe, then I'm not going to bring a child into the world that's not going to be safe. So it's waiting for the right time, the right environment, or the right space. Maybe it's even the right community or supportive energy that is going to calm the nervous system. Or doing some kind of, I'm hearing something about social work. Or doing some kind of beneficial self-healing that allows the nervous system to calm down so that this goal can be achieved. Now, it doesn't have to be a literal pregnancy. This can be a metaphor, because spirit does tend to speak in symbolism and metaphor. That's just how they do. So I do feel, though, that for some of you here, the way that you've been approaching this goal and trying to force it to make it happen, you don't need to back off from it per se. Actually, I don't think you need to back off from it at all. I think you need to look at the way you're going about it. So let's get some information about that. How does group number 3 need to go about this? How do they need to go about accomplishing these hopes and wishes, creating these dreams? The Star card reversed. Internal faith. Oh, Spirit literally just said the pursuit of the soul within. And I'm hearing the kingdom within. The King of Wands, he's symbolizing this inner kingdom or this inner fire. I'm also hearing something about inner wisdom. Ace of Wands, yeah, the wand. Okay, yeah, that's why. The inner fire, the inner wisdom. Something about inspiration. I'm hearing fighting back. Taking back your power in this somehow. 4 of Swords. And it could be through nervous system regulation, through... Hold on, I'm hearing strengthening of wit and wisdom. And then I just got shown the eagle that was the symbol on the crest of the Hogwarts house for Ravenclaw. Okay, so wisdom, something about research I'm hearing. I'm being shown somebody in a library researching and networking with fellow students. I'm being shown social workers again. Okay. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Something about taking a break or taking time out, but still investing time in study. So it's like you're not actively putting work into what you're doing, but you're defending it by studying more. Something about architects and archetypal structures just got told to me as well. 10 of Wands. I'm hearing take your time, slow play it, or there's a sort of divine timing to this, by the way. So this karma plays out in alignment with divine timing, which is also about your energy and your capacity to hold this. So it's not just about a particular time or date. It's about the frequency matching and aligning. Something about multiple factors coming together. And the Sun card, birth and rebirth, do seem to be important here. The World card underneath. And the Ace of Swords. A lot of aces have been coming up. I've noticed Queen of Cups. And the 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So there's a group support network here that's going to help you to feel safe and to recover this beneficial stability in your body, in your root chakra, in your finances. That's going to help you to open up. I'm hearing clairvoyantly, but I was going to say open up. No, I am being shown your force field opening up, like your energy body. Opening up to this world that is a safe place for you to take up space. That's what Spirit just said. So that you can rest at ease and then prepare yourself. For somebody, I just got a message about fighting disease. I'm being shown beneficial healing. For humanity's sake is standing out to me with that. The world. Beneficial healing for the world. through the fighting off of a disease within your own self or mind. Self-defense. Maybe it's just nervous system imbalance. So there's deep emotional healing here. Something about psychology is coming through. Social work again, I'm hearing. Is somebody here a social worker or works with a social worker? And something about the different domains within social work, I don't know much about it, so I can't really speak to that. But there's something about psychology. I'm being shown again that studying in the library. Maybe there's somebody here who has pursuing a goal of getting a social work degree or a psych degree or something. Or maybe, again, this is just symbolic of doing this work to invest in your healing. I'm hearing neural pathways, yeah. Is somebody here neurospicy, neurodivergent? I'm hearing taking the beneficial time. And something about a time... no, I got interrupted with that thought. Never mind. Journey through life. Yeah, you take the time to journey through life. You don't rush it. You don't force it or push ahead. I mean, you just kind of go with the flow of time. You take your time to experience. It says middle of the boat or heart of the ship. I want to ask you, how much are you carrying? How much of a burden do you feel like you have weighing on you or pressing on you, group number 3? Especially in regard to this journey through life. Do you feel like you have a social support network that does help you? Do you feel like you have beneficial people who are on your side? Do you have emotional support? Do you have financial support? Do you have physical support? Do you have psychological support? Do you have resources to access information? You know, are you being gatekept? Can you access what you need, basically? And I keep being shown not to rush the journey of life. It's about the journey, not the destination. Sowing seeds. Did I mention that earlier? I can't remember if yeah, it's like it takes time to plant this seed. It's got to be the right season. You got to have the right seed. And it's got to be it's like I'm being shown something like tweaking the seed. And it's almost like custom, it's bespoke to you. Spokes on the wheel, turning. It's bespoke to you. It's very unique to you. And therefore, it needs to be custom. And it needs to take its time to be able to become that. It's cultivation over time. I just keep getting that. Inundation. Yeah. How do you feel like you have the support to be able to take on what the world is asking of you or what you need? There is something here about overflow and overwhelm. And sometimes it might feel like it may show up in a bad way for you, like feeling overwhelmed by work, feeling overwhelmed by stress, your nervous system just being overwhelmed or overstimulated. Yeah, you might feel overwhelmed by too much emotion or heightened sensitivity or a lot of responsibilities in some way, life responsibilities. So I keep wanting to say part of this karma is going to be about building a network of people, and I'm hearing the word souls, network of souls that are supportive to you. And I'm being brought back. I forgot we were talking about magnetism here. So attracting the right souls into your network. And it's like something about a chain of events. And again, it's like through time, over time, sowing these seeds. Each of these is a pearl of wisdom I'm also being shown. It's reminding me of like prayer beads almost. Okay, so, and they're all connected. They're attracted together. Life sequence I'm hearing, and life circumstances. Something about better adopting for dreams and reasons. Dreams and reasons. Maybe adoption is even an option for somebody. If say, for example, you've been trying to conceive and it hasn't been the right time, maybe you'll get the signal that, oh, it's time to adopt. Or this could be a metaphor for adopting a new way of doing things here. or bringing people into your circle, almost like adopting them into your found family group, and feeling a lot more mutual support. And I'm being shown back and forth. Authority and power. Okay. Do you feel burdened by oppressive overlords? Some of this karma here could be about how you feel like your destiny has been shaped by powers that be, or things that are out of your hands in terms of power structures and authority. This could be like in regard to your work or the law, the legal system. I'm being shown a lawyer. And again, I'm being shown something about a social worker and housing. These are very specific messages. Something about getting back to basics. That's been coming up a lot from Spirit too as well. Isis, divine goddess of Egypt, salvation. Salvation. And it's through a network, because I'm being shown, again, like how the circle was really drawing my attention just there, all the beads connected together. It's attraction. And I'm being shown these hands all holding one another together. A circle of friends, a circle of support, a support group. Maybe it's like a grief circle or a healing circle of some kind. People that come together for this purpose. Sowing seeds of healing, I'm hearing. I'm hearing the song lyrics. What is that? Sowing seeds of wisdom, let it be. Or I don't know if that's the actual lyrics, but that's what I'm hearing. Let it be. Security. Yeah, this really, really, really hammers home this message of security for you, Group 3. Feeling emotionally secure, financially secure, physically secure. Your body needing to feel secure. Oh my God. And look, it says goddess of childbirth and mourning. Yeah, there's something about mourning the time that it's taken to do this, to bring this idea, this dream, this hope, or this literal child into the world. And the issues that have come up, and I'm hearing taking stock, the issues that have come up in terms of security, finances, work, health, authority structures, legal structures, and access to resources that have really kind of put a damper on your dream, your hope, or your feeling of belief in your capacity to accomplish this. But I feel like I'm hearing it takes a village. It takes a village. And that's also a reference, it's a euphemism for raising a child. Like, it takes a village. And I feel like you're gathering your network. Picking up sticks has been something Spirit's been saying in a lot of the readings for over a year now. Sporadically, periodically, they keep bringing it back up, picking up sticks. And I feel like this is about gathering your network. Like each wand here, each stick is an individual. Or an idea, I just heard. Oh, an idea. And you're gathering them together on this journey through life. Something about Middle Earth, I just heard. Oh, it's like the journey through Middle Earth. Oh my God. Chaos. Number 11 just stood out to me there. Yeah, the 11th house. Okay, so chaos in the 11th house. This is what this karma has been looking like for you. But I'm hearing wisdom guides the way. On the bottom, we have leadership. God of chaos. Look at that. God of chaos. Chaos. You're being led out or away from chaos by creating security, internal security and external security. They need to be matched. And something about the barriers between those two. I'm hearing the word convene, and I'm being shown a group of souls convening together. Oh, look, and then the restraint or the end of conflict and being unbound. Something about being unbound by time, but you know, he's restrained up here. He's restrained here. Something about stains. The end of this conflict, the end of this chaos. The end of this overwhelm. Construction and building. Beginning of the crane. Something about a whole new day. Seeing the light of day. It's connected to leadership. So you may be called to create or assemble a group of people, because the 11th house has to do with either being a part of and belonging to a network, or being the leader of one, being able to assemble people, bringing them together for a common goal or this cause. And if it's to do with a work environment or a legal cause or something like that, it's rallying together, creating this union, creating this collaboration, whatever that looks like for you. And if this is about literal childbirth or starting a family, it's about finding the right people, surrounding yourself with the right people, or being in proximity to the resources, the sources of security that you need. That's going to build your nervous system back, get you back to baseline, a new homeostasis, I'm hearing, and it's healthier, healthier, healthier. Like attracts like. As you become grounded and healthy, you attract grounded and healthy. You create grounded and healthy. And you birth abundance, I'm being shown, birthing abundance into this world, rather than having chaos. Something about, ooh, that was weird. I just heard biting off the head of the snake. Okay. Something about severing ties, and I'm being shown like cutting the umbilical cord. It's connected somehow to that message about security. Construction and building, and destruction of chaos, destruction of enemies. So destruction and destruction. Ooh, I just got a flash of Mother Kali. Something about blessed destruction. Mother goddesses, Isis and Kali. And Set. I'm not too familiar with Set. I've never worked with Set and his energy, but there's something about destruction of this chaos, destruction of chaos, chaos, God of chaos, and destruction of enemies. And you have that 7 of Wands. So having your boundaries be very strong, so that your enemies can't get to you. They can't test you. They can't, something about they can't restrain you. And doing it for the future. Yeah. The journey is pushing you onward, I'm hearing. Okay, let's get some more info here. Capricorn in the 10th house. Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter in Capricorn in the 10th house. Wow. This is majorly building something in terms of career. If this is financial, if this is a project that you've wanted to create, if this is something you've wanted to accomplish, like from beginning to end, going through the education process, going through the internship process, going through the application process, going through the building and the wielding of that skill, I'm hearing. Something about bettering of the village. I'm being shown like building a school in Africa or something. It's like being able to actually witness the construction of this come to pass and actually creating this as a team. Something about fellowship is so important here. Oh yeah. Middle Earth, the journey through Middle Earth, it was done by the Fellowship of the Rings, 9 associates banded together with this common purpose or goal. So work as a team, create a team, or find your team here. Find your found family. Work with people who support you. If this is social groups, it's like band together with the people who are at the right frequency, who inspire you and whom you inspire, or who support you, so that you create that security. That way you can go out and take that into whatever it is you're trying to create here, whether it's in that same social circle or not. Either way, it's going to benefit, it's going to balance out the work that you're doing here. So yeah, Jupiter's the great benefic. This is like, I keep hearing destruction of chaos, and Jupiter somehow is connected to that. It's not a malefic planet. It's a benefic, but it does grow things and make them bigger. So it feels like you're destroying the chaos energy so that that seed is not planted. And it's purposeful, because you need to plant the seed of growth, faith, security at the right place and in the right way, in the right time, the right field that you're going to be able to sustain and continue to till. Yeah, so, and I think Capricorn does rule the 10th house anyway. Yes, that's its domain. So it's like you're stepping into this I'm hearing welcome abundance, but you're stepping into this leadership role when it comes to what you can concretely build and create, construction and building. Love and romance underneath there too could be part of that. Tree of life and wisdom, new beginnings and jubilation, accomplishment. Well, Capricorn in the 10th house is all about accomplishment. It's the legacy that you leave behind. It's 10 of Pentacles type energy. It's what you're working to build to create over a lifetime and how that's going to be shared amongst the group, whether it's a family or whatever. So relationships are really important for you. Networking is really important for you in this karmic cycle. And I'm hearing proving to yourself that we can build it. And it's like a group dynamic that can come together and create something really powerful for the future. Even for future generations. There's something of a saving grace to whatever is being built here. Whether it's something about a farmhouse I just saw as well. Whether it's, hold on, I'm hearing sustainable agriculture. Again, such specific messages. But I'm hearing that sustainable agriculture. That's what Spirit said. Whether it's metaphor for planting these seeds or literal, creating an organization or a group that has this sustainability in mind and working to create that. And I'm hearing something about profitability. That will be very profitable. It will create a lot of security here. Okay, something about the wealth of generations to come. Lead the way. Lead the way. Freedom. Freedom. Okay, yeah. I think that's it, group number 3. I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope this was helpful. Take what resonates and leave the rest. See how this works out for you. But there's a blessing in this karma, no doubt about that. And it's really this process of moving through life, attracting the right people at the right time for the right reasons, and building something that's going to last. Okay? Big blessings sending to you for this karmic crew that you are creating. May you be blessed as the leader or participant in this group, not a follower. You're just leading yourself within the associations of the group. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to share this reading. I've never really felt called to say that, but that just came out of my mouth. Feel free to share this reading. Maybe it's through a circle of friends that this information needs to be disseminated, or it's inspiring or connecting the group in some way. I'm hearing something about rehashing old wounds or old hurts and being able to better connect in the future. Okay, that's the last message. I love you guys. We'll see you next time. All right, bye.